Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to my tarot table. My name is Ginger, and I'm going to read the tarot and some oracle cards for the consciousness of Scorpio for July of 2025. I also have a little bit of psychic reading for you, along with some channeled material that I received. So, Scorpio, uh, you're not getting away from that death card, are you? It's it always shows up in your readings, and it's so funny. It's the major arcana that's part of your life. And there's nothing wrong because the death card is all about transformation, whether it's for you or you're seeing someone else going through it. But let me just say that it looks like you're undergoing a process where it's as though you're shedding your skin um, in order to reveal your true identity. So I'm going to say that up to this time, you've been just learning about your emotions, your psychic abilities, and how you handle that. You're realizing that, as a person who is psychic, you pick up on others' emotions, and that can really weigh us down. You're learning how to work with that. You're learning not to be overwhelmed by it, not to take it on because it's not yours, it's someone else's. And as far as emotions, you're finding, or you will be finding, that you do not need to numb out so that you don't drown in your emotions. Of all the water signs, Scorpio is the one who can really dive deep and drown in emotional. It's overwhelming. So it's because of your sensitivity. Um, so there's a liminal space. There's the you that you used to be, I'm going to call it the explorer. There's the liminal space, the threshold. You're at the threshold of who you're coming to be. And what it looks like may happen is that you'll be releasing karma like from lifetimes ago that you've brought with you all this way. You'll be releasing the past, and you'll be integrating those parts of yourself, that shadow work kind of stuff, those parts of ourself we don't want to look at. And it's like, oh my God, I can't believe I said that, or I did that, or look at how I've been behaving all this time and I never knew it. You know what? You're not gonna want to push that away. You're gonna say, oh, because you're gonna have some compassion for yourself. And you're gonna say, oh man, look at what I did. Maybe I'm a little disappointed in myself, but it's okay, I can change, that's not how I want to be. That's not who I want to be. I don't want to behave that way, whatever. I can have compassion for myself. I can have self-forgiveness. I can just love myself into remembering that I am lovable and I am whole when I can feel all of my emotions without pushing them away. It's called emotional maturity, Scorpio. That's what you're learning. You're learning emotional maturity. Let's see, what else did I get? All right. So in the liminal space, my guides pointed out, because it's kind of a place where nothing's happening. It's like, and it's more than that. It's more like there's a void and you're feeling a little out of sorts because you're not the old you and you're not the new you yet. And you're just beginning to shed your skin, and it's uncomfortable. It may be a little painful because you're changing, and it's major change. This is major change. Um, let's see. Also, I think that's what I have. Yeah, and the other thing I want to point out to you is that because of your sensitivity to everything, maybe I said this already, but to everything around you in the material world and in the spiritual world, it gives you a lot of depth. And so, that's something to definitely embrace. There's a lot of wisdom there. There's a lot of wisdom to be mined there. So, rest now is really a time to rest and to be in that liminal space and let things happen, because if you let them, they will happen. They won't be more painful. It will just come, and you'll be a new person, and you look back on this time with a lot of gratitude. I've been through these times, and I'm always grateful after the fact, not while it's going on, but after the fact. And there may be times of loneliness. There may be times of where you don't know what to do with yourself, because this is a personal path. Nobody else is going to be able to help you. It's not really something you really want to talk to others about necessarily. But, as you grow through this and become accustomed to the new you, you will have a new sense of vulnerability. You will be able to talk to people about things that you go through in a whole new way that you haven't been able to before. Okay. So that's the information that I got, Scorpio. So let's get started with your reading. I'm going to pull some oracle cards, and then we'll get into the tarot. And let's get started for Scorpio. And also Sun, Moon, Rising. I'm going to say for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, July 2025. What do they need to know? Spirit guides and angels, guides and teachers. What does Scorpio need to know? The consciousness of Scorpio for July 2025. I feel it really is, there is a lot going on for everyone, every single sign I've read for. This similar, not exactly the same as you. Yours is kind of different from others, but everybody is going through something in their own way. All right, here we go, Scorpio. Oh, I love it. Break free, fairies and unicorns. Fairies and unicorns, they can help us a lot. Unicorns are like from other planets, and they don't they don't really communicate with us so much as they do take us places and show us things that they want us to know about. Fairies, fairies, fairies can help us be lighthearted. They can also be kind of mischievous, and in a way that where it's like, don't take yourself so seriously, lighten up, lighten up. They have a different way of looking at the world than we do. And they, as Edgar Casey's, his own fairies, when he was growing up, said, we live among the flowers and the music. So that's the world they live in. So lighten up. Unicorns definitely want to show us things. So when you're dreaming, invite them in, to show you things that you might need to know. All right, break free, fairies and unicorns. Looks like really abstract. Okay. See, this deck is about light portals, light activation portals. Oh, this is awesome. You have the Akashic Stargate, aligned with purpose, crossroads, and no wrong path. Wow. These are no wrong path, because it doesn't matter which portal you go through, you're going to find out something meaningful and important. Wow, beautiful. Akashic Stargate. So, when the Akashic record is the story of our lives, it's like a library, and there's a book for everybody. And your higher self, your unconscious part of you, your higher self keeps the record of every thought, everything you have ever done in any lifetime. And it knows your weaknesses. It knows what you can let go of. It knows what protects you from losing your mind. It knows all of these things, and you can easily access that higher self and ask questions through meditation. Okay, that's really, really cool. All right, one last oracle card. So I think I did talk about um, clearing karma, that you've cleared some karma. And how does this happen? It can happen in all kinds of ways. It can happen by buying a homeless person a meal. It can happen by doing help, by taking care of someone and doing a good job of it, which is not, it's not an easy job, but you do a good job of it. You do it with love. That clears up a lot of karma. But any sort of kindness to others is karma clearing. So this Akashic Stargate really uh, talks about karma. What else did I say? Leaving the past behind. You're going to be changing, Scorpio, in such a way that friends may not. No, I'm not talking about long-term friends. I'm talking about, because they love us no matter what. I'm talking about, friends that you have, for a couple of years. They may start moving away because they don't understand you. Oh, I love this. You're taking a voyage. Oh, look at that. This is like a mother whale carrying, I wish you could, doesn't look like you can really, carrying her baby. It could be like you and your inner child. Voyage, it says. Could be you and your inner child on a voyage, because that's a mother whale and she's got her baby is suspended underneath her. I'm going to say that's you and your uh, inner child taking you. You're taking her as though you're saying, you know what? Everything's okay. I got this. I got you. I got us. We're going to be fine. We got this. We're going to do this together, because that's part of creating your wholeness and integration. And it's part of shedding your skin. All right. Awesome. So voyage, I put that in there. I didn't mean to. I remember it though. Voyage. All right, here we go with the tarot. I'm using the Grimalkin Cat Tarot. Grimalkin is an old cat. There you go. It's just an old cat. The deck was created by MJ Koenig, who created the Crow Tarot. So let's get going for Scorpio. What do they need to know? What does Scorpio need to know? I'm going to put this over here. For their best and highest good. What does Scorpio need to know? And what would you like them to know? What kinds of things would you like Scorpio to know for the month of July 2025? Okay, your situation is the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is you doing really good work. You're very good at this work. So say the cat is a gardener and the cat planted the seed of this tree, and now look at how beautiful that tree is. Um, there's a lot of money in here because that it's the material world, and money is the sign of the material world in the tarot. But look at how beautiful it is. And the cat is looking at the tree as though to say, wow, look at what became of this tree and how I tended it and watered it, and I made sure it had all the food that it needed, etc. Look at how beautiful it is. It's sort of as though the cat is amazed at the beautiful work it has done. So this is your situation. You're in a situation where you do beautiful work and you can stand back and admire the work that you do. This is an authentic part of who you are. That's what I want to say that is. Because, even though you're shedding skin, there are parts of you that are going to remain, of course. This is one aspect. What crosses you is the Empress, material world stuff. She's also very connected to the divine, but she's material world stuff. So she is definitely connected to the divine, because one of the things about the Empress is that her creativity is off the charts. So she's a prolific creator. She is grateful. She knows that she is worthy and deserving of everything. She knows that everything she needs and anything she wants is there for her. She's generous, she's loving, she's nurturing, she's supportive. She's like the best mom anybody ever could have. So it crosses your situation of the Seven of Pentacles for good or for bad. And I'm going to say that's for really good. At the bottom of the reading, we have the reason the reading is taking place, and we have the Ace of Wands here. Aces are gifts. They are powerful energies, as powerful as the major arcana cards. It is a gift of the passion of your heart. It is it is true gift from source. So the passion of your heart, this is why the reading is taking place. I like that. I kind of like that. Beautiful. In the recent past, we have the Five of Wands. Oh boy, is that annoying or what? It's like somebody tickling you, it's like knock it off, you're just annoying, and they do it over and over. Yeah, it's annoying. This is something that's annoying in the recent past. People, it's about people, the people around us, and we're annoyed by them. Usually it could be family members or really close friends who are just, for whatever. But typically this is about people arguing for ridiculous reasons. There's no reason to argue. You know what, this is just tormenting someone, and for what? For no reason. There's no reason to do that. That's how you felt in the recent past. And I bet it has to do with shedding your skin. Maybe it is how you felt. Like everybody, it's as though you're walking on hot coals because everybody's bothering you. And you don't really understand, why am I so cranky? Why do I just want everybody to leave me alone? Well, you're starting to shed your skin. At the top of the reading, which points to the outcome, you have the beautiful Queen of Pentacles. Wow. For a water sign, you have a lot of earth here. Well, yeah, you have a lot of earth. The Queen of Pentacles, queens set the environment. They determine what the environment is going to be like. So in my house, says the Queen of Pentacles, we are hospitable and polite. We are very generous. We are loving and patient and kind. Maybe that's kind of how she has. So she's a beautiful queen. She could be the hedge fund manager, somebody said once, or Mother Nature. She could be hedge fund manager or Mother Nature, either way. Either way, she's really good at what she works with. Oh my goodness, you have another queen and the Queen of Cups, and that's your suit. You have the Empress and two queens so far. Beautiful Queen of Cups. This is your emotional maturity right here, Scorpio. She has become enlightened as the queen. She is the enlightened queen regarding emotions, and particularly the emotion of love, and how to handle emotions and work with them and deal with them and sort through them. Wow, that's beautiful. Whoa, this is heavy duty. And we don't have the death card yet. There is a butterfly, which means transformation in the tarot. That's beautiful. That's in your near future. Your energy here is the Six of Cups. This is the card of remembering really good times, like when you were a kid. Remembering good times. And you may be remembering good times because your inner child needs you to do that. He or she may be needing your attention because, with this annoyance, um, your inner child may be a little fearful about what you're going through. And so it needs you to remember good times from the past because your inner child felt really good at those times. So maybe you need to give her a little nurturing and some reassurance about what you're going through and that the inner child is going to be okay because this is kind of a major thing. You're shedding your skin. You know, for humans, it's not an easy thing. Usually, when we want to get out of our skin, like that feeling where I don't want to be in my own skin right now, that's not what I'm talking about. This is very different. You have beautiful, you have the high priestess as the energy around you. There's your higher self, there's your intuition, there is your ability to walk in both worlds and interdimensionally. See, the cat is really alert because it can see things that other people can't see. It's your higher self. It knows things, that not even you know, but you can access that information. And I love the curtain here. There's like a lace curtain. I love that as idea of a veil as the lace curtain because when it comes to picking up other people's energy, it's as though there is a little curtain right here between you and them, and that's all that we need to have their stuff stay over there. My stuff is here. I can simply witness. I do not have to engage. I don't have to take it on for them. I don't. I can just be a witness. I don't have to do anything about it. Nice. Ooh, wow, Seven of Swords. And your hopes and dreams are hopes and fears. This is thievery, outright thievery. I don't know. I've been saying in most of the readings where this card comes up, because I think this is the third time I've seen it, that it's a sign of someone stealing your joy. And you know what? What's stealing your joy is to stay the old you and not go through this process because you know what, people, you don't have to do this. You can stay who you were. People do it all the time. They live the same life, from the time they're an adult till the time they dies. They're predictable like, clockwork. If you decide to do that, it would be stealing joy from you. You'd be stealing your own joy. You'd be sabotaging your own joy. So think about that. Hopefully you don't want to do that. Hopefully, I have the feeling Scorpio really doesn't want to. I can see Scorpio just kind of saying, oh shit, all right, let's go. Let's get this over with. Well, let me tell you, you have the Queen of Pentacles, and I said she points to the outcome of the reading. The outcome of the reading is the Emperor. And you know what? This tells me that you become the master of your emotional world. And you find it your own individual agency as far as your psychic world is concerned. It is your psychic world. It is you. These are your emotions. You are in control of them. They don't run you. You're in control. This guy, he looks old and cranky, but he is not. He has seen a lot and he has chosen to do the hard work in life. And that's what you're choosing to do. And he is also enlightened because of it. He is a very wise old Grimalkin. And I love this as the outcome to your card. And guess what? We didn't get the death card this time. Scorpio. No death card. So Pluto, I think that Pluto, the god of the god related to the death card, Pluto's like, you don't need to come down and see me because your hard work is already done. We've already done the hard work together that you need to do. And you are just in that liminal space right now where really there is beauty here all over. There's a little annoyance that you're remembering, and the idea that, you know what? If you don't go through with this, if you don't do this, you're gonna be losing out on joy. It's gonna be stolen from you. And you're not going to do that. I see that you're not going to do that. Man, look at these queens. You have this guy, you have these queens. Beautiful queen of cups, of emotions, queen of pentacles, the empress, man, it doesn't get any better than that. The ace of wands, the impetus to do this thing that you need to do in your life. Wow, Scorpio, that is your reading. And thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to ask you to like and subscribe if you would. It's for free and for fun. And if you would leave a comment and let me know if the reading resonates with you. I'm going to pull one last card from the deck, a deck called the Pixiekins. It's like a deck where you can pull a card a day and it gives you just a little message, and there are these cute characters on it. So let's finish with one of these. Okay, let's see what we got. For Scorpio, it's called Timothy. The guy's name is Timothy. And his message is there really is magic within you. And there really is, Scorpio. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.